before I was ready to hit the button, which goes well with the theme of today, which is uh, awareness. So thank you for being here. It is pop-up yoga for Thursday. I don't think I gave a time. So these are live sessions that I do. And this one is so great. We are going into holiday, we just left holiday. Now we're going into another holiday or time of celebration. A lot of people love going into the new year to, just kind of get that sense of renewal. Other people just find it as another day, which is beautiful also since we're all living. But before we get started, let me just back up here and thank you for joining me on. So we have here pop-up meditations on Mondays. So if you miss the live, if you don't catch me live, but if you follow and you hit the little bell or you follow me on YouTube, then you can see when I'm popping online. Or if you're on Instagram, I post in the story that day what time I'll be on live a lot of the time. Then you'll know when to catch me and we can connect and chit chat and talk. Otherwise, this post, and it's great because you can do the meditations and take the class at your own time. But I love connecting live on YouTube. And if anyone has any other little places or things that they would like to chit chat or talk about or discuss or have yoga for, please reach out to me at any time. But otherwise, you'll find me here, or you like class-wise, until further notice when other things come along, as life is, right? So thank you for joining for awareness. We're just going to get a little awareness with our sage here to clear out some things. Got the window open, and don't mind the mess. So there are transitions coming. So we're just going to enjoy where we are today, and I am going to adjust this because I love to, make everyone nauseated, I guess. But as you're getting ready, so let me get all this set up, and then we'll discuss some things. That's what's so fun about live, is we do these things, and we discuss stuff, we talk, I run away, I come back. And I love being able to connect with all of you out there for these sessions. So as I mentioned, we have our pop-up meditations on Mondays. We had a quick meditation for silence, welcoming silence into our lives, into our minds, into our space on Mondays, about a 5-minute or so session. I have been posting, and we've been discussing mudras. So if you'd like to learn a little bit more about mudras, hand mudras, and what they mean, how they can help in life, in practice, in peace, feel free to find those. And then Thursdays we have our pop-up yoga, normally yoga for rest or yoga for sleep, just to wind down at the end of the day, or maybe you're just having a relaxing beginning of the day, you're on the other side of the world, it's already tomorrow. It's just a wonderful flow that we do, about anywhere between 15, 20 or so, 25 minutes long. And it's just so great to have you here. And it's like, so if you have questions, please feel free to reach out to me. Otherwise, we will go ahead and get started for the day. As we go through flow, you are always welcome to have that hazy gaze or soft gaze or closed eyes. You're welcome to just follow along, put on some music that you find helpful for yourself to get into practice or flow, or do the flow itself without music, which is a little bit more Eastern style tradition. And you could have a yoga mat or cover or what have you. It'll be a slower flow today with some slow stretching. Nothing too wild, so if you don't even need a yoga mat at all, honestly. So it's always your preference, your choice. And I always say listen more to what is coming up in captions or what I'm saying. I like to offer adaptions. And so I may move, but you may not have to move yet. You can stay in a pose as long as you like. You can come out of a pose faster than I do if that serves your body a little bit better. So we'll get started. Hopefully I'll be screaming loud enough at you. No, hopefully you'll be able to hear me well. Just let me make some fun adjustments as we do. So, getting here. I have a little blue mat today, and I want to thank you again. So as I guess per usual, we'll start in a nice, easy seated position. We'll start to welcome ourselves into this space, into this place, into this time. You could go into a half lotus. You can go into crossed legs. You can go into a full lotus, whatever serves your body well, especially if you've already warmed up during the day. A full lotus might be calling you. I need to get some more stretching for there, and just keep it peaceful and relaxed. Or you could have the legs extended out in front of you. And we're just going to welcome ourselves. Like, you can have that soft gaze or hazy eyes or closed eyes. We'll take a minute just to have our left hand over heart or chest, right hand over top. Relax the shoulders, relax the elbows. And let's just take about 3 deep breaths at your own pace and time. Deep inhales and exhales to really welcome yourself into this moment. Maybe the shoulders are rolled back to allow and welcome relaxation and good posture. Just take a moment to connect to self. We'll then release the hands from chest or heart. The palms will come together. Another 3 deep breaths. We're welcoming awareness into the space, awareness of how maybe we're feeling, awareness of our breath, awareness of how our body is feeling, if we're holding anything tight or tense. Feeling the fingers, the palms, the hands connected. Relaxing the jaw, the neck, the shoulders, the body, the belly, the back, the legs. Let in about 3 or 4 or so more deep inhales and exhales. And then when you're ready, we'll go ahead. Maybe the eyes are closed, maybe you have them gently open. We'll take a nice stretch, the arms out through sides, raising up to ceiling and sky. On a nice inhale, vision can follow. Exhale, palms to heart. Inhale, out and up. Exhale, palms to heart. Moving with awareness, moving in presence, out and up. Feeling the stretch, feeling the breath. No rush. We'll go ahead and release the hands. We'll walk them out to one side or the other. I'm going to my right. You could do your right or your left. You're going to walk the hands out towards the side of body and welcome a nice spinal stretch here. You can keep it gentle, or you can always have your head follow towards the back shoulder. When you're ready, gently release. Maybe find a breath here at center, then walk the hands towards the opposite side. Nice spinal twist or belly twist towards the opposite direction. Gently release, coming back to center. We're going to gently release one leg out in front of us. We're going to find kind of a nice seated tree pose or position. I'm going to turn so you can see what I'm doing. So I'm releasing my right leg out directly in front of me. My left leg, I have the foot in nice and close to thigh. Left knee out to left side. I want to think about the torso and have that torso facing straight forward. You're going to take that breath like we did before. Inhaling, coming into good posture. You're going to exhale and creep the hands, walking them down the leg. Just welcome a gentle stretch. You could have the hands outside of the legs. You could have a gentle bend in the knee. You could have the hands at shin or heel or over the feet. Just connect about 3 or so breaths here. As you're breathing, as you find yourself extending, lengthening through the spine, welcoming a nice stretch on the back of the right side of leg or possibly into the left side or hips. Take your time coming into awareness with your breath. If there's any tension or tightness, breathing into that tension and tightness and then exhaling it away. Just a couple more breaths. Then when you're ready to gently release, you'll gently roll up the spine. We're going to take it to the opposite side. So you're going to maybe pull in that right leg to center, release the left out directly in front of you. Connect with your breath, and the same, you're going to exhale and relax over that lower body. About 3 to 5 or so breaths. Take another breath or so. And then when you're ready, you're going to gently release, coming back to center. Once again, this time we're going to find a nice butterfly. So you're going to want to allow the bottoms of your feet to come together. The knees will be out to either side. You could always take a nice flutter in the legs. And then you'll come into maybe good posture. You could wrap the fingers around the toes. You can use the elbows to press into the thighs. You could, if you would like to go deeper, if you're already feeling warmed up, you can always take a forward fold. That's going to really put that stretch deep into the hip flexors, into the thighs, into that lower body. So if you decide to forward fold, take your time breathing, allowing the legs to exhale and want to open up nice and slow with that breath. Take your time. Now if you decide to forward fold also, we want to do our best not to just round and hunch up. It's really important to take your time. This is a wonderful move if you want to just find a good stretch, or yin yoga, where you want to think about lengthening through the spine, dropping back those shoulders, and lengthening through the neck also. And eventually, then you can creep the hands away. And the more you practice, like anything else, the more you welcome that stretch into the lower body, and then to your sacrum, into the spine and body and hips and waist and all that wonderful good area. You could be weeks and months in, and you'll see that you may start up high, and you'll see just naturally that your body will want to get lower and lower and lower, and you'll lengthen and get lower, and your hands will creep away further. So no competition, no judgment. Be kind with self, that awareness coming into the body, just knowing that this may be where you start, but on and on and on in time, the time goes so fast, and the body will progress quicker than you maybe even think. So take another breath in that nice stretch. Whether you're here or you're forward folding is up to you, but be gentle as you raise up. And when you're ready, we'll gently release. We're going to allow some nice little windshield wipers. The knees come together at chest, then drop left to right or right to left at your own pace and time. Just a few. Just a few tonight. Then we're going to welcome our knees back to center, and then we're going to take them around. We're going to welcome a forward fold right into standing forward fold. So you're going to make your way, just aligning the body, aligning the hips, and when you're ready, make your way into your forward fold. You're going to maybe press off the hands, take the tail up high behind you. You could have knees bent. Take your time, finding and welcoming that forward fold into the body. Maybe you have the head inverted. Maybe you have a gentle bend or unbending in the knees. Maybe you find a nice ragdoll. It's up to you. So take your time. Enjoy that forward fold, about 3 to 5 breaths or so. Let the head go heavy. But if you have vertigo, feel free to keep that head raised. Take another breath or two. Then when you're ready, we're going to inhale, hands to shins, lengthen and extend. Tabletop, flat back, press the shoulders back. Exhale, forward fold. Next, inhale. Exhale, engage the core. Inhale. Exhale. Creep all the way through, rolling up the spine, nice and slow. Maybe bend at the knees. Take your time coming up into standing. I'm going to come up into standing. Take a nice breath. Roll those shoulders back maybe once or twice with still knees, or maybe with bent knees and unbending of knees. And take a moment to find mountain pose. So you're going to want to go ahead and find your mountain pose. So your feet are going to be nice and together. The palms are facing forward. You can't see my head, that's okay. I didn't lift up on the camera today. So you're going to go ahead and just take your time connecting and standing in mountain. Then when you're ready, we're going to bend at the knees, allow the arms to go out through sides, raising up to ceiling and sky. Inhale up, exhale, forward fold once again. That's so funny. Allow the inversion in the body once again. Or you could have bent knees or ragdoll, whatever works for you. Then we're going to go ahead, we're going to allow the hands to align outside the feet. Take your time, you have options here. So your hands are going to align outside the feet, you're going to take your time. You could take the feet a little bit wider, and then you're going to drop that tail, you're going to bring your hands onto thighs, palms connected at heart, and hold here for a moment. Or you have the option to drop down to a full garland pose, where maybe your feet still go wide, but your toes point out to either direction. You drop the tail all the way down to the floor, hands at center, and find garland pose. So it's up to you. No matter which you choose or anywhere in between, connect with your breath. Ground, a little stretch in the lower body. Drop the shoulders, check in with posture. One thing I like to work on, which is nice when you're doing this pose, is sometimes the body wants to lean forward to help balance out the feet. So it's nice to take a moment to really work on the feet and the posture so that you want to raise up nice comfortably so that your spine and your neck are still in alignment. And connect with your breath. And then when you're ready, we'll gently release, whether you're coming back down to the floor or allowing your feet to connect. The hands go back behind you. Gently bring the tail back down to mat. And then maybe kind of move or groove with the legs. Take any little motions or movements that you need. And then we're going to welcome a nice staff pose, another moment for awareness. And allow the hands to come down through sides, fingers are pointing forward, palms pressed down into mat. Align and stretch through spine, lengthen through neck. The vision is forward. You can close the eyes, feet, toes are flexed towards the ceiling. Feel the interesting awareness and sensations of the palms pressing down as the crown lengthens towards the sky and the feet push away or pull away. Gently release. We'll go ahead, bring palms to heart center. Elbows are soft, feet, toes still flexed towards the ceiling. Roll those shoulders back. Welcome any new sensations and awareness in the body. Take another breath, and when you're ready, a forward fold or seated forward fold. At your own pace and time, you'll release the hands. Take your time, connect with breath. Then you could soften the feet or keep them flexed towards ceiling and sky. Walk forward. You could have the hands outside the legs, upon the shin, the ankles over the toes. It's up to you. Do your best once again to keep that spine nice and long. Allow that energy and spine and neck to lengthen. So you could keep raised up nice and tall. Those hands pull away. Or you have that option to take your time and lengthen and stretch with the spine. Now you may have a natural curve in the back that you, obviously we can't change if that's our body, but it's just we don't want to be hunched up. We don't want, or you want to try to stay away from the shoulders and going up to the ears and hunching over. We want to make sure that we get nice and long and lengthen. That's why it's always nice to take your time, stretch and lengthening, feeling the body, and naturally allowing it to lengthen and fold over. Take your time, connect with your breath, and when you're ready, you're going to gently roll up the spine. Coming back, we're going to roll back those shoulders. We're going to welcome the feet to connect onto the mat. Adjust your tail as you need. We're going to welcome a soft little boat pose just for a little heat before we go down into Shavasana. So you can have the feet connected to floor. You can have the heels connected, toes pointed up. Or you can go and relax and lengthen the arms. Engage the core for just a moment. You can hold here. Or you can lift one leg and then the other. Get a little bit more on the tail. Hold here. Keep it gentle. If you're really looking for a deep stretch, so you're more than welcome, by all means, to go into whichever variation you choose. Hold for another breath or so. Then when ready, gently release. Now you'll really be moving towards the sound of my voice. You're going to gently lower onto your back, onto your spine. You're going to take the hands overhead for a nice full body stretch as the feet drift away towards one direction, the hands the other for a full body stretch. And then from your full body stretch, take any other movements and motions that serve your body well, that welcome a stretch but not strain. And then you'll gently welcome yourself into our moment for peace, or Shavasana, or corpse pose, whatever you like to call it. You could also take a seated Shavasana or moment for peace. As you continue to settle into the body, allow the head, the neck, the shoulders, the jaw, your center, spine to relax. Allow the hips, the waist, the legs, the feet, the hands to relax. You could take a moment to find that hazy gaze, reconnect with closed eyes. Welcome awareness of any new sensations that possibly come into the body. And we'll just take for a few moments of breath and silence. Continue to find any other deep breaths that you may need. If you would like to continue on to Shavasana, whether you have a timer going or not, do as what the body is calling. If you would like to dive a little more into moments for peace and silence, for self and atmosphere in mind, feel free to go over to the live meditations playlist and find meditation for silence. Otherwise, I want to thank you for joining me once again, wishing you all a wonderful, peaceful next few days and into whatever lies ahead for you. And hoping that this flow eases you into the rest of your day, evening, or night with light, peace, smiles, and love. Namaste.